Amarnath pilgrims had a radio frequency identification device or a RFID based tracking system on them. But even then, the authorities are unable to locate them. Let's go across to Neeta to understand this better. Neeta, tell us about this, tracking device that was given to the yatris, and why hasn't it worked?
See, Gargi, the 2022 Yatra was very different from previous Yatras. Some of the, things have been narrated by Nazir also, but this time RFID was provided to each and every Yatri for security reasons. But these RFIDs were provided, but everything was being noted down manually, despite it being a technology-driven exercise. Officers that I spoke to who are operating on ground, they say there were not enough readers which could have, through which the signals can be transmitted. And in case of any tragedy, like in this case, when a cloudburst happened and almost 15 people so far have died, when they say a radio frequency tag is kind of a like a tag, like a NDTV identity card, like you wear it around your neck. Each and every yatri is asked to wear it around their neck. But the climb is so treacherous. Mostly what the yatris do is they either keep it in their pockets or they keep it in their purse. Once the RFID is kept either in a pocket or is concealed, then it stops transmitting signals, and that is what happens in most of the cases. And when this tragedy happened, most of the yatris who were impacted by this tragedy were either drowned or or were under some kind of a slush. That time also an RFID does not transmit signals, and that is why the entire exercise of this RFID it doesn't work during the tragedies. That was what I was made to understand. And another thing, still the manual exercise is going on. Still each and every yatri is trying to be located through phone calls, though the SASB, that is the Shrine Board, says that now most of the yatris have been located, because earlier there was this rumor that about 35 yatris from Andhra Pradesh are not being located. But yesterday, a letter was sent to Divisional Commissioner of Kashmir saying that 35 yatris, they have spoken to the near and dear ones back home, so they are on their way through train. So the entire exercise is still being carried out manually. So the technology-driven exercise is now being carried out manually, which is an entire waste of time and also money also. Another important aspect is now today, the update is the Yatra has again started from the Baltal route also. But since the route was washed away, even though the army pitched in their effort and they tried to carve out another way leading up to the cave, but now today, we also come to know that the SASB, that is the Shrine Board, has also notified that from Budgam, the passengers can directly fly to Panchtarni. Earlier, they were only flying up to Baltal or Pahalgam and then taking a second flight. Now there is a direct flight. So all these man-made exercises are making it difficult ecologically. So these kind of tragedies do take place. We had seen it in Kedarnath also. Now we are seeing here also. And interestingly, last year also, when there was a cloudburst, the same route, the fall of the water was on the same side. So now the questions are being raised that why langar tents were allowed to be erected on the same spot where last year the tragedy had struck, the same cloudburst had happened and water had fallen on that same spot only. Gargi?